it seemed like nothing today. $100,000 for the show, and we were supposed to have all these stars and everything, and the whole caboodle to be $100,000. Well, you know what he did? I of course said that it's not possible, and he said, just get going on it and let's see what. So finally, when he started asking who have you got for the opening show? The opening show, that's it. And I said, well, I've got Charlton Heston. I started with him and I got him. And he said, well, who are you going for next? And I said, with this budget, I don't think we'll go for anybody next. I'm going to try to get somebody's mother or something to do it. He finally came around to realize that this was absolutely ridiculous. And so they gave me, in addition to the $100,000, what they called the top star casting, which was anybody who was above the title. Of course, we were pushing everybody above the title. But anybody above the title, they would pay extra for that. So in other words, if I had 6 stars in it, I paid the first one, but he paid the $50,000 for the other 5. I mean, CBS added to the budget. So that worked out quite well because we were very lucky about getting stars. And in that case, Ethel Wynant was wonderful because she became our exclusive casting director. And Milo Frank, who was head of casting for CBS, was there too and in the background. But she was the one who was responsible to the director and me for.
So the actors were not working for scale by any means.
Scale, no. The actors got 10. We decided finally that with this big, difficult show and the number of leading people, I hate keeping on the stars, but leading actors enough that it was, we would be constantly in negotiation if we didn't do a kind of a ceiling price. And like, say, it started, I think, at $7,500, but we quickly moved it to $10,000 for the actor, for the work, for the show. Some of the critics at CBS who got to know about it said, yeah, but then you'll be paying people who you could get for less than 10. You'll be paying them 10 because of they. But what they didn't figure was, when you get to a Paul Newman, who was not in the doldrums of his career, he was hot, but they chose to do this for some reason. He did it with Joanne Woodward, and they had a show they liked, whatever, and they did it together. If he had just said to CBS, I want to do a single show, one show, I don't want to do it, they would have gladly paid him $100,000. Then they were already starting to pay people like Deborah Carr, not in a series thing, but in one shot. And people were getting that kind of money. But they only happened once a year or twice a year at the most. And they weren't getting that.
So the $10,000 was a bargain.
$10,000 was a bargain, but what it meant was a bargain to us.
Yes.
And it wouldn't buy the people we were getting for it. They had to have decided they had a reason to want to do this show. Part of it was beginning to encroach very heavily here about movies. The movie moguls had a little snicker when we first arrived, and thing. But that all changed when they realized they were in. A lot of people truly thought in this business that television was something that was just going to last a couple of years, and people get tired of it, and away they go, because their whole attitude was, why in God's name would anybody want to be looking at that little box when they could just go down to the movie house and see a great film on a big screen there? And they believed that. They truly thought that.